The Fort Worth Star-Telegram out here at Thomas Coliseum. The 60th annual whataburger tournament wraps up. Number 2 in 5A, Mansfield Timberview defeats number 1 Waxahachie 67-60. They are tournament champs, and head coach Duane Gregory here with me. And coach, first off, congratulations on getting the championship trophy. This was going to be a big-time matchup. Obviously, you guys are district rivals. You're probably going to face them probably 3 times if you include the regional final, 3 more times. I mean, it pretty much lived up to the hype, and you guys just executed, followed the game plan, and some of you guys came up huge tonight.
Yeah, it's crazy that this tournament was as stacked as it was with all the just real high-quality teams, and it comes down to us in Waxahachie in the championship. Coach Gober and I were talking about that before the game. That was just crazy, that it worked out that way. I thought the guys came out and played hard tonight. I thought they executed well, and I was pleased that knocked down free throws down the stretch to seal it.
So you had Chris Mullins, all tourney. Isaac Likekele was MVP. I'm missing another one. Trezarian White, number 23. He's also all tourney. And you had a lot of other guys to, came off the bench or whatever, contributed. The first couple games here in this tournament, you guys had to kind of rally back and get those wins. And tonight it was back and forth, but it looked like for the most part you guys were in control. Just how'd you guys do it?
We had certain things we were prepared for that we had to execute a certain way, and the guys overall did a good job of doing that. I was pleased with how we handled the pressure and that Waxahachie tries to apply. There were certain ways we were trying to handle it, and we did that well. We were effective with it, and the guys just played well together.
And defensively, I know Larry, Waxahachie senior Larry Wise, he kind of had some cramps there in the semifinal game, and maybe he wasn't 100%, but defensively looked like you guys held him in check and made some big plays, steals, and transition. And just talk about the defensive side.
Just a real team effort defensively. There's not just one person that was guarding. It was a team effort. We're closing gaps early, working from the midline, all that kind of stuff. Then, if we didn't get a steal, we got the rebound, got the ball out, ran the other way, got in transition. So just a real good execution from a team standpoint on the defensive end majority of the night.
And so now you've played about 20 games up to this point, and your tournaments are all done, and it's now, what really matters, district play, and trying to obviously get back to state and win back-to-back state titles. Take me through these first couple of months of this team, and I know you lost Tim Johnson from a year ago. He's a dynamic scorer, but take me through this team and what you've seen kind of 2 months in.
It's just it's a growing process. We graduated Tim and Will and got some other guys in a position where they can step up, and it's just a growing process from the start of the year to this point. It'll continue throughout districts, and our district is, I feel it's the best district in the state. And, we jump right back in on Tuesday at Midlothian, and that's going to be a huge challenge right there for us.
Yeah, Midlothian, another state-ranked team, and you got Lancaster also in the mix. And I know you probably worry about rankings throughout, any of the season, but, how about a little shout-out here? I'm sure come January 1st, we wake up to 2018, and I think Timberview boys and girls is probably number 1 in the state.
Well, if that's the case, then that's a pretty neat thing for Timberview High School.
Nice way to start the year off.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations, Coach. Happy New Year.
Thank you.
All right, Isaac. Mr. Most Valuable Player here. I'm almost looking up at you. I don't really look up to a lot of players. Tournament MVP. You played well throughout the whole tournament, and obviously tonight I think you had 22, 23 points against a very tough Waxahachie team, which you'll meet them at least twice more this season. Just talk about the game. You guys won 67-60. Defensively, got after it, transition, all that. Nice victory.
It was a nice victory. I felt like we had the game under control most of the game. They was trying to press us and stuff, and we felt real comfortable with them pressing us. Coach G gets us real prepared for that type stuff. And as far as the points and stuff, that's just from my teammates. They just giving me open looks and me just taking advantage of them. That's it.
Kind of take me through, the first couple of games you guys had to rally back and get those victories. And how much did that help to look at those 2 games, 3 games, whatever, and then kind of come out here and kind of have – really, I know the game was back and forth, but for the most part, you guys controlled the entire game.
It really just let us know that we got that fight in us, because last year we had that same fight, and we've been trying to find that same fight in us this year, and I feel like this tournament really triggered that. We really just found that fight, and we're starting to get everything clicking on all cylinders, and once we just lock in even more, we'll be a great team.
Yeah, like I asked Coach, just about 20 games in, tournament's done. Now it's time for the real business in hand, district play, and trying to go back and win another state title. Just kind of take me through the first 2 months and talk about the 2017 Timberview team.
First 2 months, we was all really just trying to find. Well, me and Chris really came back with the same roles, but as far as like the other players, they was all trying to find their role into the team. We had a couple of transfers, like Tristan and Jaquan. Number 33 came out there, and he's playing some good quality minutes for us at big man. And the first 2 months was a struggle, but I feel like we're all starting to get in. Everybody's starting to fit in. And as far as the season and trying to win state and all that, we just really taking it one game at a time. Right now, we just worry about district, and we just worry about Midlothian on January 2nd. That's it. Nobody else.
And talk about how cool would it be if we wake up on Monday to start 2018 and Timberview boys and girls #1 in the state in 5A.
We'll be the last ones to know. We don't even look at that stuff. I'm going to be honest with you. We don't look at that stuff. We'll be the last ones to know probably. But, it'll be a nice little accolade for the school. I really feel like the school, that's what we do it for. We do it for the school and the city, and that's all we just try to just put on for.
All right, Isaac Likekele, Fresno State, appreciate it. Happy New Year.
Yes,
thanks, Coach. Watch for him, probably Player of the Week nominee coming up.
Hey, shout out my man Gossett, man. He's doing his thing.
All right, appreciate it. We'll see you. See you, Coach. Thank you. All right, again, Timberview defeats Waxahachie 67-60 here at Thomas Coliseum to win the whataburger tournament. And district play gets going again on Tuesday. Everyone, have a happy New Year, and we will see you in 2018.